Identical Nation, my name is Scott Gardner, ex-police officer, ex-detective, ex-homicide detective, ex-chief of police. I have lived on both sides of the law, and today I want to release a quick video because things are moving very quick on this topic here. And so I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what I have. I have all sorts of receipts. Everybody knows that I live off of receipts. I'm going to get into a little bit of technical issues that I had, why I don't have those receipts for you right now. But I wanted to make this video quick because, again, things are moving very quickly, so quickly that they're hard for me to keep up with. So stick around. All right, Tentacle Nation, here's what went down in Mantaway, Ohio at the disciplinary hearing for Police Chief Joe Urso. Started at 6 p.m. and dragged on for, actually 12 hours, wrapping up around 6 a.m. the next day. I was there at least until 3 a.m. when my eyes literally couldn't stay open any longer, and it wouldn't have mattered anyways because every piece of equipment was dead that I had. DJI Pocket Pro, I had an extended battery, was toast. Both iPhones were dead, and the only reason I lasted that long was because some good Samaritan handed me an external battery like it was a battlefield triage. And even after I left at 3 a.m., the council chambers were still packed. Mantaway residents filled every chair, lined the walls, and refused to leave. They were furious and loud over and over. You heard them interrupting the hearing. And they basically were talking about how they felt that, hey, council and the mayor are committing political suicide. And that they, in turn, were firing one of the best chiefs that the village has ever had. This wasn't hyperbole. That was the room. The public had made up its mind long before the vote, and they weren't siding with these politicians. Now, here's what the record says. The official charge or charges, I believe there actually were 9. I'm still waiting on some public records request. That Chief Urso maintained a personal relationship with an officer, Miranda Brothers, a subordinate. And that, in doing so, violated the village policy on supervisory relationships. Now, I do know from prior knowledge, I'm very vague with this. I didn't keep up with this prior. I know that the village had hired some sort of outside consultant to see whether or not there was some sort of violation with the chief having a relationship with one of the officers, and it probably cost the village thousands of dollars. I don't know. That's probably a good thing for me to public records request for these attorneys to basically say that there was nothing that they could cite as the chief had done anything wrong. All right, but in lieu of that, this new mayor, apparently she just took office not very long ago. She didn't, I don't know if she didn't agree with those findings or whatever, but she went ahead and presented these charges. So the hearing officer was none other than the former Cuyahoga County prosecutor, Bill Mason, now acting as Mantaway's solicitor. How that happens, I have no idea. But Mason told the council multiple times to stay on topic. He wanted it basically limited to those charges, the comments and questions. But some couldn't resist wandering into side agendas and personal vendettas, such as Councilman Dave Sluka. What felt less like questioning and more like a performance, the kind you'd expect from Law and Order and Small Town Edition. If this was about facts, you wouldn't know it. The charges were narrow. The hearing was anything but. The council looked determined to get a conviction, not a clarification, and that is exactly what they did, 5-1 to fire Chief Urso. The only councilman, Kevin Maloney, voted to keep the chief in. And locals tell me Maloney resigned shortly afterward, saying he couldn't be part of this kangaroo court. Those are my words, kangaroo court. That piece isn't officially confirmed, but more than one resident backed it up when I spoke to them about it. So let's recap. A 12-hour hearing that clearly outlasted my camera gear. Apparently I need to get higher tech battery equipment. A former county prosecutor running the show as the neutral hearing officer. And from what I understand, whoever was presenting the case was also part of Bill Mason's firm. That's unconfirmed, but what I'm being told. A council and mayor being warned by their own constituents that they were destroying their own credibility in real time. And now I'm already getting tips. People are reaching out with information about possible malfeasance, back channel deals, and power plays involving members of council and the mayor. If you were there, if you know something, reach out. You can contact me directly. Contact link will be over here. You can scan the QR code. You can go to my website, theinfamousxchief.com. It has every way you can contact me, or any of my social media links. All my social media links are also on the contact website. Your information stays confidential, and your voice will be heard. I'm pulling together every bit of video I've got from the DJI, from both phones, and from residents who filmed that night. It's messy, it's raw, and it's going to take me a minute to stitch it all together, but we're going to see what I saw, because this wasn't just a disciplinary hearing, it was a political autopsy, and the people of Mantaway watched their leaders dig the hole. Stay tuned, be loud, be heard, shake the system until the truth falls out. Listen up, Tentacle Nation. If you want to keep this roll call tight, head over to www.theinfamousxchief.com. That's Command Central. From there, you can slide into Patreon. It's a monthly subscription with exclusive drops at least once a month, or lurk for free just to jump in on the polls and pretend you had a say. Discord. That's where the real chatter goes down. Think of it like the squad room. The coffee's cold, the jokes are bad, but everyone's running their mouth. And the best part, you don't need some shiny Facebook profile. You can show up as Detective Donut or Sergeant Snark or Detective Dimmer Switch if you want. Nobody cares. Just get in and start talking. Hit the links for YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Apple Podcasts. That's standard issue stuff right there. Old school? Not a problem. Email me. Feeling paranoid? Use Signal. Signal it over. Encrypted tighter than a rookie's first report. Want your voice on the record? Speak pipe. Leave me a voicemail. If it doesn't sound like you're 3 seats to the wind, I might even use it. Got a tip on a case? Fill out the tip sheet. Be as quiet or loud as you want. Do I burn sources? Ask him. Oh, wait, you can't. Want me to cover a case? Drop it under case consideration. Or keep it simple. Buy me a coffee and grab me a Brew Loud Be Heard mug. Because this isn't just a channel, it's a shift briefing. Be loud, be heard, shake the system until the truth falls out.